Welcome to the Path to Mindset Mastery. My name is Brad Bizjack. I'm a mindset strategist and coach, inspirational speaker, and creator of Appreciation Academy. And I help online business owners just like you silence all the negative self-talk going on up there so you can finally see the success that you deserve. And I'm curious if you've ever struggled with this idea. I can't invest in that course or that seminar or that coach or that program until I have money. Like you really, really want to, right? You see the benefits, you see how it's life-changing, but you just can't do it financially, and you can't find the time, the energy to do it. Like almost like how most business owners act is, when I have money and a successful business and time, then I can take that course. It is not true. That is not how it works, and that might be why you're stuck. That's what I did for a really long time. I remember thinking like, okay, I don't have money right now, but once I do, I'm definitely going to go to that Tony Robbins seminar. I don't have money right now, but once I do, I'm definitely going to go learn from Brendon Burchard. Or I don't have money, but once I do, I'm definitely going to buy Business by Design by James Wedmore, right? And all these programs that I knew would change my life. I remember saying, once I have money, I will. And I remember thinking to myself, this sucks. It sucks that I can't do it. And I heard Darren Hardy say one day that you cannot change your life from the mindset that got you to your current life. If you ever want to be successful, you cannot afford not to invest in those programs. And people say, but I don't have the money. I literally can't do it. No. It's not that. It's never a lack of time. It's never a lack of energy. It's never a lack of money. It's never a lack of your resources. It is a lack of resourcefulness. If you don't have the resources to do something, it's not because of that. It's because you don't have the resourcefulness to find more resources. I've had clients that have worked so hard and gone above and beyond to find ways to sell things, find ways to just find a way to scrap together the money to invest in my program Appreciation Academy or my one-on-one coaching services, all these things. People have gone above and beyond to find a way to do it because they knew that changing their life in that way was so important. And so that shows they have resourcefulness when other people, which would probably have an easier time getting the money together, haven't been able to do it. And it's not the resources, it's the resourcefulness. Let me give you an example. This is similar to what I learned in the book, The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. But what if I were to say that, you know what? Hey, there's this plank on the ground outside. It's like 20 feet long. And I'll give you $20 if you walk across that plank. And you're like, sure, hell yeah, I'll do it for $20, right? Awesome. Now, what would happen if that plank was in between two skyscrapers 500 feet off the ground? And I said, hey, I'll give you $20 to walk across that plank. No way, right? There's no way you would do it. There's no way in hell you'd do it. You would never even think about doing it, right? No way. But what would happen then if the building across the platform was on fire and your kid was inside? Would you walk across that plank then? You bet you would. You absolutely would find a way to get across that plank. You would take action. You would do it because there was a reason you did it. So if you don't have the resources to get what you want, it's not the resources themselves. It's that you don't have enough reasons to create the resources. Because is the money out there? Absolutely. Could you find that money to invest in that program, that course that would change your life? If you wanted to, absolutely you would. Absolutely. But you have the fear of going, well, what happens if I can't pay it back? What happens if I put it on credit cards and all these things happen? And remember, you can't change your life from the mindset that got you to where you want to be. That is a fear-based mindset. That's why you're staying stuck in the same spot. It's all cyclical. It's just this vicious cycle of negativity that will never get you to what you want. My story, for example, I remember being in this spot and hearing this. And remember, I told you I didn't invest in those courses, didn't invest in those programs or coaches. And I remember hearing this from Darren Hardy and plenty of other people, Brian Tracy, saying you can't afford not to. And I remember thinking, okay, there's this opportunity to invest in a coach, and this coach was $6,000 to work with, $6,000. And I knew that working with her would change my whole life. It would change everything. The same day that I knew I wanted to do it, I overdrafted my bank account. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, there's no way I can do this. I can't afford this. There's no way in hell. But I remember that voice saying, if you ever want to change your life, you can't do it from the mindset that got you to where you want to be. You need a different person's way of thinking. You need to invest in yourself. You need to find a way. And I remember taking out a no-interest credit card and putting it on there. And it was one of the scariest things I've ever done. But guess what happened? That person helped me identify the blind spots that were going on up here that I didn't even realize were there. My limiting beliefs helped me overturn them. And guess what happened from investing in that coach? I created Appreciation Academy. I created my business that I have now would not have been a thing if I didn't take a leap of faith and spend money that I didn't have before I had money. Because here's what happens when you invest your money into a coach, a program, a seminar, whatever it is for you. It causes you to become a different person. It causes you to play life at a higher level because the transformation is in the transaction. The transformation is in the transaction. Want to know why free doesn't work? Right? For example, this podcast, it might be motivational to you, but I'm willing to bet that if you invest in a program, you will have exponentially better results. It's because think about a workout program, right? If you just Googled free workout on the internet, is there plenty of stuff out there? Absolutely. Plenty of stuff out there. Why does investing in a gym work better? Because you have skin in the game. Why does investing in an online workout program work better? Because you have skin in the game. The same reason investing in that coach, that seminar, whatever it is, works because you're not invested in your change if you're just looking for free. That's a scarcity mindset. You're looking for someone to make it all better for you first before you invest in yourself. That's what free is. You're looking for someone else to solve your problem. Investing in yourself is how you change it. So I started asking myself things like, how can I afford this? How can I find a way? What could I make happen to make this work? And that's what you need to do. You need to start asking yourself better questions. Instead of why can I never afford stuff like that? Or why is money so tight for me? It's how can I? Instead of why does this never work out for me? It's how can I find a way? So do you want to focus on what you want or what you don't want? You want to focus on what you want because whatever you focus on, you create more of. Most people focus on why they're broke, and that's why they stay broke. You can't afford not to invest in that coach, that seminar, that person that can help you. And think about the opportunity cost of missing out. Besides just the money, which by the way, money is replaceable. I'm actually launching a course about money coming up here really soon, but stay tuned for that. But money is replaceable, super easy to replace. Earning money is easy. That's a whole other topic. But think about the opportunity cost of missing out. What would happen if you don't invest? If you don't invest, do you get to keep your $1,000? Of course you do. You get to keep your $1,000, but you also spend 10 more years struggling to try to piece things together and figure it out. 10 years of struggle. 5 years maybe, 10 years, 15. I don't know how long it's going to take you to piece it all together by yourself for free, right? But 10 years of struggle, let's say, to figure this all out. When if you would have invested that $1,000 into that one course, you could have done it in 10 days, 20 days, 100 days. Their entire life's work, thought leaders, people that have what you want, their entire life's work has been put together into seminars, into courses, into these programs to help you explode your life. You can shrink decades into days by investing in this. And then once you have that knowledge, think about the income you could generate. Think about the life you could live. You got to think about it for more than just the $1,000 you're missing out on. You're missing out on the 10 years that it would take you to create similar results when you could have that now. Investing in programs and seminars and coaches when I couldn't afford coaching and programs and seminars is why I can afford it now. If I wouldn't have done that before, there's no way I could afford it now. If you ever see a successful business, behind it is always someone who made a lot of courageous and risky decisions. You will never find a successful business whose person that leads that business isn't courageous. So ask yourself, what's the last courageous investment you made? What's the last courageous investment you made in your business, in your life, in your marriage, in your finances, whatever it is? When's the last time you did it? Because if you ever want success, courage and risk are required. Courage and risk are a requirement to success. So you'll never find someone that's had success and not made courageous and risky decisions. You'll never have your goals by playing it safe. You will never get to your dreams by playing it safe and avoiding fear and avoiding risk. You'll never have your goals by needing absolute certainty. That is a way to stay mediocre in life. You won't fail at life, but you'll live a mediocre life. And here's the thing, if your spouse doesn't support it, cool, mine didn't either in the beginning. So listen, my friend, entrepreneurs think very, 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 very differently than most people. Most people do not think like an entrepreneur. Most people don't. Most people try to stay safe. Most people try to protect them from pain, right? So you can't think like someone that doesn't own a business. You can't take advice from someone that doesn't own a business. And by the way, I am not saying that their way of thinking, people that don't have a business, I am not saying their way of thinking is bad. That is not what I'm saying. So don't judge them for the way they think. They just have a different objective than you do. Your objective is to grow a business that will require a different way of being. And it's not your place to judge them for their way of being. So if your spouse doesn't support investing in your growth, chances are they're not an entrepreneur. That's okay. It's not your job to judge them for not being an entrepreneur. But I do encourage you to listen to where your advice is coming from. Listen to the people that have exactly what you want. So if you do that, you'll have what you want faster than ever before. So instead of just listening to people that have that you trust, listen to the people that have what you want. I always have to weigh my decisions like this. There are people in my life that I trust very much, and I take their opinion seriously, but they don't have what I want. A lot of my friends, right? A lot of my friends don't have what I want, but I trust their opinion. I still listen to it and I take it into consideration, but I weigh my choices in business most heavily on other entrepreneurs that have what I want. Does that make sense? It's so important that you do that, but don't judge the people that don't have what you want. They just have different objectives. Not our place to judge. You just need to be careful about where that opinion is coming from. So all of this, my friend, invest in your growth. Invest in your growth. This is an opportunity to exercise those risk-taking muscles. Courage and risk are a requirement to success. You need to take risks if you ever want to be successful in business. So I hope you found this valuable today. I hope that you chose to kind of relook at how you're taking risks in your business. Are you investing in those courses? Are you investing in those seminars? And if not, you better start, or else you're going to find yourself still spinning your wheels, not getting to where you want to go. So I hope you find this valuable today. Thank you so much for tuning into the Path to Mindset Mastery. If you feel so inclined, head to this on iTunes, give it a rating and review, share your praise about this podcast and how it's helping you in some way so more people can see this and more people can benefit from it. So thank you so much again. My name is Brad Bizjack. Go out there today and every day and live your life with a genuine smile on your face. Investing in that coach, that seminar, or that program will probably teach you how way faster than you'd otherwise learn on your own. I'll see you next week.